Hi, this is Lady Lex UK and this is a Dreams tutorial. Today I'm going to be looking at the text displayer again. I've had a request in the comments from Aaron Wise. He sent me a link to a tutorial on YouTube for a program called Construct 3, and this particular program allows you to animate text for making games in some program or other, and it had animation for text where it would create a typing effect, and he wanted to know, is that possible in Dreams? And now the answer to this is, for the first type, yes. For all the other types, no, not really. Dreams only has one animation style for text. Now let's put a text box in and have a look. So here's our text box. We're going to put the word, we're going to put game over in there. Okay, so here's our text box. I'm going to make it a bit bigger so we can see it. There we are. There's our text. And we want to animate this to look like typing. You go to this page and there's a slider at the bottom and we can move that along, and that's the speed of how we want the text to appear. So it appears one letter at a time. And what does it say in the instructions? Alters the timing for animated text in characters per second. So this is 6 characters per second. So you get that typing effect. Right. Now in the Construct 3 tutorial, they had a typing effect where the G would appear on the right hand side, and then it would move across and the A would appear, and then across and the M would appear, etc., and it would type in this direction. This is not an effect that is available in Dreams at the moment through the gadget. That's not to say it might not appear, it might not be added to the game, but at the moment we only have one animation style and I've just shown it you. So how can we fake up that effect? Well, the best way that I could come across would be to add a wipe and actually animate this text box to move from right to left, where it is screened off with another text box, and that way you get the effect. It's not as good as if it was built into the gadget, but it's a way of doing it. The other way of doing it would be to animate each individual letter. That is a pain and not easy to do because it involves grabbing lots of different boxes and moving them around and setting them up so they're exactly the right distance apart and things like that. And I wouldn't recommend that method. I've tried that and it's actually quite difficult. So what we're going to do here is we're going to set the vertical alignment of this to the middle so that we've not got movement from up and down. We've only got movement left and right. That'll help us do our nice slide. And we're going to move this in this direction for an animation. And we're going to have another text box. I'm going to just copy that one. We're going to take that text out, put a space in. Here's our new box, and we're going to make that auto fit. I'm going to turn that on there like that, and that's going to hide our text. So we select that one. It's going to hide our text. We can just move these out of the way. Take that one down. Okay, so we've got this box, and that's going to hide our text like so. So now we're going to animate this. So let's put down a timeline. Whoops. That's the one I want. And I'm going to put in a keyframe. And I'm just going to select this box and I'm going to position that in its starting position, which I'm going to say is there. And then I'm going to put another keyframe in. And this is going to be its end position, which I'm going to say is there. And then I'm going to hover into the middle. Make sure these are lined up, because if that's up there, it's not going to work. It's got to be lined up with this one. press L1 and square and put a blend type of linear on it. And on the last keyframe, we want to keep the changes so that we can still see the text after the animation is finished. Right, now we've got to make sure that these are in the right order. So we want the text game over to be at position 1, and we want our blank box to be position 2. So we've changed that. There we go, so that's going to always be above. So let's have a look and see what that does. Okay, so our this box here, this needs to go over a bit. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay, that's fine. That's working. Now we need to put in another blank box. So we'll copy and paste that one. And we want this to be a sort order of 0. This is going to be our background. And we're going to turn, there's an autofit is off already. So if that's this one, there we go. And we're just going to make it large like that. And we're going to select all our boxes. And we're going to make sure the borders and the shadows are off. I'm going to rewind that and press play. So our text sort of appears from the right. Now, I don't know how sharp your eyes are or how good your monitor is, but on my monitor I can actually see an outline of those boxes, which is a little disappointing because I have moved them. So depending on the quality of your monitor, if you've got a really nice crisp monitor, you're going to sort of see the outline, so it's not ideal. But I think for the purposes of this video, it's not as obvious. I think we're okay. So there you go. That's how you would create the effect of the text typing in from the right. You would use a wipe, and now if you wanted the text to move from the center out, you would use 2 wipes, and you would pull the wipes rather than the text. So there we go. There's wipes, and you can play about with that and animate your text in different ways to fake up the effects that you want. But if you want Media Molecule to actually put those into the gadget so that you have a bit more control over the direction of the animation, if you want animation to, like, there was one there where the letters pop in randomly one at a time. That's a difficult one to fake up with a wipe. You can't really do that, so you would have to animate each individual letter, and like I say, that's really difficult to do effectively. So if you wanted something like that sort of an effect, then use the feedback form on indreams.me. Say that what you want. You might want to link to a video of the type of text effect or whatever you want, or to show that off. And let them know what you want. We've got a whole years and years of Dreams to go, and they'll be developing in it and adding things to it, but they won't know necessarily what to add unless we tell them. So if you want something like that, it's a good idea. Put it in the feedback, tell Media Molecule what they want, and you never know, it might turn up in an update one day. Thank you for watching. I hope that was a little bit of use. I know it's not ideal, but the use of wipes and how to layer up text boxes can be useful for all sorts of things, so I thought it was worth doing. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in your dreams.